Hi, thanks for tuning in. This is the S&P 500 Index Futures Daily Wave Chart. I had a request from Cam to do a little bit of analysis on the S&P 500 daily chart. And in front of you, you can see the daily wave chart. And in particular, a few things stand out here. You can see this market has really started to roll over, is the first thing you'll notice. I've been saying for some time on the weekly chart, this market's just moving sideways. And you can see how this market is really starting to roll over on the top. The market's gone nowhere through here for some time. And you'll see just here, the market put in quite an effort to move higher here. That's 10.8 million contracts traded on this wave through here. And on that, the market didn't even reach to the highs of the range up here. This is an effort reward failure. There's a lot of effort put in by the market to push higher, and that was all being sold into by the sellers in the market. And if you look through here, the market has been attempting to recover each time. You've got these reversals or shakeouts in here, and each time they reach the highs of the range and then fail again. This is a distribution pattern. This is the market selling down over time. And up here you had the effort reward failure, price pulled back, and then established a support level through here. And then the next push higher only saw 1.5 million contracts traded, the lowest amount on an up wave we've seen. This is the buyers showing they're exhausted. There's no buyers left in the market, or not with any strength. Price has broken below the previous support level, and then once again confirmed by 2.2 million contracts traded on the up wave that there was no buyers in the market. They were exhausted, and price has confirmed the breakdown here. So you've seen some form of distribution pattern taking place up here. And that was seen on the weekly chart by the market just moving sideways. I said numerous times that if any supply comes into this market, there's not enough strength by the buyers to hold the market up. And that's been reflected in this market. You can see it quite clearly with the market pushing higher here but failing to make new highs, and then a lack of demand by the market here and here, confirming that there's not enough buyers in the market to hold it up. If we switch to the daily chart here, it's less obvious, at least immediately, than the wave chart. You can make the story or create a narrative on the wave chart quite well, but you can see what's happened now when you look at this chart, and it is quite messy and difficult. And that's because the market's probably not trading completely on its own merits. It's reacting to the events that are happening around the world at the moment. And that makes it difficult for markets and makes it more difficult to read the chart and more difficult to trade the market because it's not trading on its own merits, or at least not 100%. What it's doing is reacting to the events that are happening around the world, and they're playing a larger part in the market trading than they would normally do so. So you can see that the market is rolling over to a large degree. That's the first thing that you can notice here. And that is often a feature of a distribution pattern. And you can see the market attempted to support through here, and it tried to hold on numerous times before price broke down on this bar. There was a secondary attempt to support the market, but that immediately failed. Price then broke below this support level, and it's been confirmed this week by a further push lower. The market may attempt to recover, but it's likely to break down again. That would be the most likely response to what's happened so far. This market has sold off and it's unlikely to recover very quickly in the near term. It could always do so, but it's unlikely, or it's less likely to happen. And the market will probably begin to trend lower at this point until it can find some level where there's some attempt to stabilize the market. Exactly where that is at this point in time is unclear. And we'll have a look at the weekly chart and see if that shows us where that might occur. Okay, thanks for your time. See ya.